Lena had always been afraid of the basement in her family's old house. It was dark, damp, and smelled like mildew. Every time she had to go down there to grab something for her parents, she would hurry back up the stairs as fast as she could. One night, Lena was home alone. Her parents were out of town for the weekend, and she decided to watch a scary movie to pass the time. As she sat on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, she heard a strange noise coming from the basement. At first, she tried to ignore it, chalking it up to her imagination. But the noise grew louder and more persistent. With a sense of dread creeping over her, Lena slowly made her way down to the basement. As she descended the stairs, the air grew colder and the smell of mildew stronger. The noise continued, now sounding like scratching and shuffling. Lena's heart raced as she approached the bottom of the stairs. Suddenly, she saw movement in the shadows. A figure emerged from the darkness, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. Lena froze in terror as the creature advanced towards her. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. The creature lunged at her, grabbing her by the shoulders and dragging her towards the darkness. Lena struggled to break free, but it was no use. As the creature pulled her deeper into the basement, Lena realized that she had been right to fear this place all along. It was a gateway to something dark and terrifying, and now she was trapped in its grip. The next morning, Lena's parents returned home to find the front door open and their daughter missing. They searched the whole house, but there was no sign of her anywhere. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. Years later, people still talk about the disappearance of Lena and the strange things that happen in the house on quiet nights. Some say that her ghost haunts the basement, warning others to stay away from the darkness below. The story of Lena's disappearance became a local legend, and several people claimed to have seen her ghost over the years. But nobody knew what had really happened to her until one day, a group of teenagers decided to explore the abandoned house. As they made their way through the dusty rooms, they stumbled upon a locked door. Curiosity got the better of them, and they managed to pry it open with a crowbar. Inside, they found a hidden staircase that led down into the darkness. At the bottom of the stairs, the teenagers discovered a secret room. There was a bed, a desk, and a stack of old books scattered around the floor. But the most disturbing thing was the wall covered in scratches, as if someone had been trapped inside for a long time. One of the teens picked up a book and started flipping through the pages. It was filled with strange symbols and incantations, and as he read aloud from the pages, a chill ran down his spine. Suddenly, the room began to shake, and the ground opened up beneath them. The teenagers fell through a hole and found themselves in a vast underground chamber. In the center of the chamber was a massive stone altar, and on top of it, they saw Lena's lifeless body. It was then that they realized the truth. Lena had stumbled upon an ancient ritual site in the basement, and the creature that had dragged her into the darkness was part of a dark cult that practiced human sacrifice. As the teenagers tried to escape, they were chased by members of the cult, who would do anything to keep their secrets hidden. But they managed to find their way out of the underground labyrinth and notify the authorities. The house was eventually torn down, but the memory of what happened in the basement remained. Lena's death had been a tragedy, but it was also a warning to those who dared to enter the darkness below.